Everyone is unique. Everyone comes from a different background. Everyone has a different family. I treat the animals in my life as family. Finn, he's literally like a puppy at heart. And every afternoon, he brings me a shoe.
When Matt was born, there were always issues with milestones, so we always sort of thought he was slower than other children, and Matt had a lot of anxiety issues. Can't walk to the shop, can't cross roads without being prompted to look for traffic, and he didn't quite get other people's emotions. He really didn't get social keys at all. He was closed in. He was in a closed world. And people did shun him, people did shun him because he was different, and he was obviously different. We had an issue at high school. There was, lots of bullying. And, first year of high school, within the first week, he was suspended. And, we got to a point that he was actually aggressive and he was a different person. He was becoming a different person to the person we knew.
Being teased at school, you're being, injured and stuff. You're being abused, which I've had my nose broken twice in the same place by the same person, and it hurts. He's in training. He's doing training now. Can sit or drop. Up, up. Good boy.
Finn's Matthew's autism assistance dog. We were given Finn probably 3 years ago now. Honestly, it was just like this perfect relationship. They are the perfect couple.
Just because we want to.
People only see that there's a dog for a child. They don't see what the dog has taught the child and how he can be such a positive teaching tool. Finn has taught him to be calm, the empathy, for other people, but he's also taught him responsibility. He now knows that he's responsible for this dog. Finn has also taught Matt to walk to the shop, and Finn actually prompts Matt to stop at the road because Finn's been trained. So therefore, Matt goes, oh, yeah, okay, I've got to stop.
I don't know, come on. Good boy. Yep, just that, mate.
Hey?
Just drink six, mate. Yep.
It makes a massive difference in the family. A happy Matthew is a happy home. It really is, because we're not anxious and we're not agitated and we're not at him as much. No, you've already lost your phone. You've lost all your phone.
I've got two older brothers and I've got one older and one younger sister. It's confusing for me, but I keep track. My dad was literally the person who you didn't really like at all. Don't even speak to his own kids. Like his own kids, my brother and sister. Paul's my stepdad. I call him Dad because he's the one that actually takes care of me. He's the one that I love very much.
Do you remember what day Finn came to live with us? Do you remember?
It was a Thursday. Mm-hmm. No, actually it was a Wednesday.
Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what day?
20th.
20th of what?
July.
Well done.
I never forget that date because today is Finland's anniversary.
Did you know that he was coming here?
No.
That was a surprise, was it?
That was a crazy day. And that first night was just, so
It was awesome.
The only thing I can remember from the past is when Cameron and I slept in the games room on the mattress.
I think I slept in the lounge or something that night.
Him,
yeah, just getting comfortable and stuff that night. Hang on. I made this in my art class that I had. The colours a bit loose, so his collar's a bit loose. And if you see closely, F-I-N, and there's an N missing there. I made it as a gift to Finn, just to say thanks for being the boy that I love and my assistance dog. When he does die, I'll have a piece of his spirit and his soul, and literally his personality with me.
He's never lost anything. He's never really lost. He's lost grandparents, but he's not lost a bond. You know, he's lost people, but to him, people are people. You know, it's not. This is his world. So yeah, that scares me. It does. It scares me how I'll handle it physically and emotionally. It's interesting because when I had the amniotic fluid embolism, and I was in ICU when I had Kedon, and Paul was told I would die, and the doctor said, you know, are you bringing Matt up? You know, with the autism, I don't know that he would understand, you know, do I take him to ICU and let him see his mum like that as his last memory, or do I just leave it that she just didn't come home, she died? And we've discussed it since, and he's so cut and dry about it. It's not emotional. He's not, you know, he gets sad, but not to the point of, oh, well, your mum was dying. Whereas, like, the dog, he's genuinely gutted at the thought of this dog's going to die. Does that make sense? Do you get what I'm saying? The dog is so different. You know, everybody thinks, oh, well, your mum or the dog. He'd take the dog seriously. And it's not a bad thing. He just loves, he understands how to love that dog differently. And I don't see it offensively, I just see that it's different, and it's part of the autism. You know, I don't see that he loves his dog more than me. He just loves his dog very differently.
Autism is something not as a burden, but as something to say, hey, I'm proud that I've got autism. Because I'm different, and different is what has made me special.